I've closed dozens of business deals and looked at hundreds more. In this video, I'll be going over the 3 biggest mistakes that business owners make when they are valuing their businesses. And this costs them anything from 100,000 to 500,000 in lost business value. And the worst part is they don't even realize they're making this mistake until buyers walk away. The final mistake is where business owners compare their 500,000 online business to Amazon, and it's killing deals now. But the good news, in this video, I'll be going over these mistakes and how you can avoid them. Now, if you're wondering about your business's valuation, I've created an AI GPT tool which you can get an instant valuation in under 2 minutes. So click the link in the description and get your business valuation now. Mistake number 1 is where business owners use the wrong number to value their business. And for some reason, it's always online businesses who are making this mistake. They come to me with £2 million in revenue and they say, I think my business is valued at 3 times multiple, even if they know what multiples are. They say my business is doing 2 million in revenue and I think it's 3 times multiple, which means that my business is valued at £6 million, right? Wrong. You're using the wrong metric to start with. Businesses are not valued on their turnover. Unless you're a SaaS business or in some cases accountancy firms, businesses are valued on a multiple of their profit, more specifically EBITDA or SDE. I've got videos on the channel which talk about these 2 numbers, so you can check them out. I'll link them in the description for you to go and see. So take your profit number, your EBITDA number, and do a multiple of that. So let's say, for example, that this business owner has their multiple correct. Instead of using 2 million as the revenue number and multiplying that by 3 to get 6 million, you have to get your profit number. So let's say in that example that business was making a 10% margin and they are making 200,000 in profit. If they multiply by 3, the business's valuation is £600,000. And as you can see, that's 10% of the value of what he thought his business was worth. And that's why business owners, they waste months and months and sometimes years because they put their business on the market using the wrong metric. Now, why is it that businesses are valued on multiple of profit? Is because profit is what matters. So let's take an example of a business that I was valuing just yesterday. But let's take an example of making a comparison between 2. So you've got 2 Shopify stores. Both of them are doing £3 million in revenue, and they are both selling gym equipment, which is quite a high value margin. Now, one of them is making 600,000 in profit, while the other one is making 800,000 in profit. You tell me, which one would you rather own? The one doing 3 million in revenue and earning 600,000 in profit, or the one doing 3 million in revenue and earning 800,000 in profit? Of course, you want to own the one which is doing more profit, because regardless of the revenue number, it's how much you can take home at the end of the day. That's why businesses are valued on profit. Everyone's heard the term in business that revenue is vanity, profit is sanity, and cash flow is a reality. It goes the same when it comes down to business sales and business valuations. So look at your profit number. Now, to fix this, make sure you're using the profit number either of EBITDA or SDE. To get to a true EBITDA or a true normalized SDE number, you do need to work with an M&A advisor. So it's preferable that you go and speak to an M&A advisor first to get to this normalized number. Then you can do a multiple of that. It will save you months and sometimes years on lost time when you are thinking of selling your business. Mistake number 2 when business owners are valuing their business is showing projections of their next year being the best year ever. Now, this is not a problem just with online businesses. This is every single business. Every single business owner, when they come to me and we talk about how their business has been doing over the last few years, what it's doing now, and what they think the business is going to be doing in the future. And every single time, without fail, next year is the best year in business ever. And they want to show hockey stick projections on a graph to say that next year it's going to grow exponentially. So why would they sell the business? See, you can show projections, and you should show projections to any business buyer who's thinking of buying your business, but you need to be realistic. If you can show your projections with proof and a plan, that's when you can show growth. And even more than that, if you have had a plan in place, you've got some historical proof that you've been using that plan to grow your business in the past, and you can see sustained growth, especially over the last 2 to 3 years, and you can see that moving forward in the future, maybe there's something coming up that you've got in the plan with proof, with concrete, with actions being taken right now, and it's going to exponentially grow your business, then that is okay. It's good to show good projections. Of course, you're always going to put your best foot forward when you are selling your business. But showing too much of a high projection in the future is hurting your business valuation, because when you're presenting your businesses to business buyers and investors, if you overpromise what it can project without having any proof, it harms your credibility that they can trust your projections and sales in the future. Indeed, the best businesses which are sold at the highest valuations are the ones that can show upward growth into the future when any investor or business buyer is going to be the owner of your business. If you want to take away one tagline for this point, is that buyers pay for proof, not false potential. Now, mistake number 3 is that even if you're valuing your business with the right metric and the right profit number, and you're showing good realistic projections in the future, if you don't have your business financials and your data in order, it's going to massively kill the valuation of your business. And to tell you the truth, almost 100% of the time when we've had businesses that have gone to market without good financials and without good data, then the businesses have collapsed. I don't even take them on anymore, and I don't even look at them as potential acquisitions for myself when I'm looking to buy businesses myself. So having good, clean financials is absolutely key. The way to fix this is to write down all of your processes, document everything that you have, and ensure that you have numbers on a monthly basis. It's beyond me that so many business owners only have yearly numbers. They have full accounts for the year. They don't have any monthly or quarterly numbers. They have nothing when it comes down to what their P&L is saying or balance sheet is saying right now or in the future. They have no cash flow projections, and they think that they can run their business. I don't even know how they can do it. I have multiple businesses, and I have to look at my monthly figures to ensure that we are taking the right steps now, and we can take the right steps into the future. So ensure that you've got good financials and good business data. But not only that, you have to look at your staff contracts, you have to look at your supplier contracts. What good is a business if, for example, let's say you're selling B2B, yeah, you've got a wholesale site business and you're selling B2B. If you don't have contracts in place, how can you predict sales in the future? Have contracts with your customers. Have you got contracts with your suppliers? What if your supplier decided, let's say, for example, you don't have a contract with your supplier. This is the worst. This is going to kill your business, not only your valuation. Let's say, for example, you've got a supplier and they supply 30% of all of the supply that you have in your business. If you don't have a contract with them that they are going to be supplying you, and let's say you've got some sort of exclusivity agreement or some sort of agreement where they can supply to you only in your country or in your area, and they go around and they start supplying to other businesses in your area, it's going to kill your business because now you have lost your competitive advantage. What if that supplier decides to stop selling to you at all? Then all of a sudden you have lost 30% of your supply. This is so important to ensure that you've got contracts in place. And not only contracts, we're talking about data. When you are, especially if you're an online business, you need to ensure you know your marketing spend. You need to ensure that you know your cost per lead. You need to ensure that you know your cost per acquisition. You need to know that you know your cost per sale and your average order value. Have you got all of this information in place? This is going to increase confidence in business buyers and investors and increase the valuation of your business in turn. So make sure you've got all of your business in order, and it's easy to understand and it's stored in the right place, ideally all in one place and protected and backed up elsewhere. And this final mistake that business owners make causes buyers to walk away before the deal even starts, leaving you left hanging. Now, if you're wondering about your valuation, remember you've got the AI GPT tool to get an instant valuation now. So click the link in the description so you can get your business valuation instantly in under 2 minutes. The last mistake is where business owners, they have their online business and they are comparing themselves to Amazon. Well, really, no one does that because Amazon is just a behemoth of a giant. But the mistake is that business owners, they compare their 2, 3, 5 million business to the biggest businesses in the industry. Now, unless your business is in the top 5 businesses in any industry, you cannot get the highest multiples of your industry. It's just not going to work. Online businesses normally sell from 2.5x up to 6x generally. Now, it can go up to 8x or even 10x, but there needs to be something in place. Either you're one of the top players or you've got monopoly on a geographic area or some sort of segment in the marketplace, or you're selling a product that no one else has, you've got some IP protection there, of course, that is going to enable your multiples to go higher. But generally speaking, where are you between 2.5 and 6x? Now, the good news is that you don't have to stick to that range. Your range can improve, but it's about preparing your business for sale now, preparing the valuation now, ensuring you're doing the work 1, 2, 3, up to 5 years in advance to increase the valuation of your business and the likelihood of your business getting to a successful sell. Unfortunately, 80% of businesses that go onto the market never sell. And that's because of poor financials, wrong metrics, business not being prepared for sale. On this channel, we talk about everything to do with selling your business. So click the next video, which is popping up on the screen right now, so you can make the right choices and prepare your business for sale and get to a successful one. I'll see you in the next video.